One thing I will say that, and we'll jump on this conversation we've been talking forever. I'm someone, and I know Nep, you don't agree with either of these things. I'm someone who believes in momentum. I've believed in momentum back in Nep. We talked about this back in FIFA before Foot Champs. I used to tell you all the time. Yeah. And the reason I believe in momentum, I'll give you my quick reason why I believe in it. I do not believe in a script. I don't think the people, EA, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I don't believe that if the people at EA Sports, if they can't write a coding that can stop squad battles from the attackers to go get the ball from the goalie, how they're supposed to write a script that tells you who's going to win the game before the game starts. I just don't think they're capable of writing a script that tells you whether you're going to win or lose. Now, what I truly believe in is this. Every time I used to play career mode before Foot Champs was popular, when you're up 3-0, if the CPU, no matter if they're about to get relegated, if they score a goal, I would pause the game and make a substitution, because I believed that the team would start attacking as if sliders changed. Yeah. Now, if you go into Foot Champs right now, if you score a goal, how many goals do you score within that first 5 minutes? Again, either 2-0 or 1-1. I believe that there's momentum and sliders that switch. If you're shitting on somebody 2-1, 3-0, bro, if you're in the weekend league and you're up 3-0, you don't feel safe if your opponent scores. And you're gonna tell me that, you know what EA used to tell me? They used to go, that's mental. Fuck off, man. So you're telling me when I'm playing someone that you know is not a top 100 player, you're up 3-1, they score a goal in the 80th minute, now you think mentally I've crumbled at 3-1, that this guy's attacking me like this? I believe there's something in the game called momentum, which is fine because it's in Madden, it's in 2K. In 2K, you got to call pause it, you got to call timeouts. If it's in it, just tell us. Now, Nep, I know you're someone that doesn't believe in it or believe in stuff like that, but no one can tell me that it doesn't feel like some type of slider switch or players become more faster or whatever.
I'm with you on the whole, it feels like something, right? It feels like the game changes. I could be 3-0 up in a game, I could be 4-0 up in a game. This guy goes constant pressure, scores a goal, I feel like I'm going to concede again, and I feel like I'm going to concede again, and I feel like I'm now under pressure. Doesn't matter what you feel, it matters what the truth is, right?
But we don't know the truth.
This is it, right? Something that you said right back at the start of the stream before we even started talking about FIFA, about football, right? When there's something wrong, people don't address it positively or negatively, they ignore it, right? That's fair, yeah? Like if momentum wasn't in the game, it wouldn't say momentum's not in the game. They would just not say shit because they know they're liable as soon as they say anything. The fact that they have come out multiple times and said there's no momentum in online gameplay, there's no scripting, there's no handicap, there's no DDA, there's none of this stuff. That is fact. That you can't dispute that. And you can't just say, oh yeah, but EA would lie, because they wouldn't lie, because they are liable to lose billions of dollars to say, no, there's no momentum. Do you think they give a shit? If momentum's in the game and they don't want you to know, they don't tell you. They just don't say shit. If it's in the game and they don't care, they say, yeah, momentum's in the game. And that's it. That's as deep as it has to go.
Yeah,
but they change the game or anything. Look at it as a company.
Okay, but now let me say this real quick. How will anyone ever know? Because if it's easy to get the code, PEZ would make the same game.
But I tell you how somebody would ever know, right? First of all, whistleblowers. Yeah. You think every disgruntled employee at EA is not going to leak something somewhere?
No way. These contracts that EA has on lock, bro. You can't walk. Nep, you can't. Have you ever been there? You can't even leave that fucking building with the controller.
But if you are an employee of EA that no longer works at EA, you can come out and explain in detail how it's there.
No, with these contracts they have? You really think so?
But dude, you could do it. You could do it as an anonymous. You could do it as upload it onto some YouTube called Jeff Billy Jiminy Bob and just write some text and be like, "Here's how it works." Now they don't know who did that. It could be any number of any of the employees.
Just for argument's sake, right?
Yeah.
You said they've said there's no momentum, there's none of this handicap, all this shit. We're giving it a name. They could have a different name for it.
100%.
Right? They could have a different name for it, and it does the momentum thing. Because I'm going to be real with you. I don't know how somebody can sit here and say, like, bro, you go up against a gold card and you have a hullet, and that gold card can fly by your.
Let me ask you a question, Jay.
Yeah.
if you gave your mum the best team in FIFA and you had a bronze team of goalkeepers, would you still beat your mum at FIFA?
Yes.
That's how. That's how that gold card flies by a rude hullet.
Okay.
Yeah, but now you're playing people like the same level as you.
Hold on. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
My thing is this: how do you make a sports game without momentum? How is it physically? How is it physically possible to make an actual simulation of career mode and not have momentum? It's not fucking possible.
Offline is different. Offline is different, right?
No, but
offline,
it's the same.
Offline has to be different.
It's not.
No, offline is different in the sense that the AI is controlling an entire team.
Same thing online. You only can control one player.
Yeah, you control one player, and that's where I think that I'm not saying necessarily there's not something wrong. You know how the AI can be on beginner or professional or ultimate. There are some times where my AI is derping out so hard that I'm like, this feels like it's on like amateur or some shit.
But it could be.
And then there's some, and that's what I'm saying. It could, but that wouldn't be them coding it in on purpose. That's just something that's wrong with the game. And that's how sometimes I think, you know, when you lose to that guy where you're like, oh my God, how did I lose to him? I wonder if sometimes you just go into the game and his AI is just on ultimate.
That's
and
what
you're
I'm
just
saying.
like, well, that was
that's what I'm saying.
That's
right.
what we're getting to.
I don't believe that's on purpose. I just think that's a shit game. Like when we had the chemistry issue back in FIFA 16.
FIFA 15, 16. Yeah. Well,
like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
That I think.
So I call it momentum because I don't know what else to fucking call it. This is what I believe. This is what I believe, and you can slay me for it, not slay me. Everybody in the chat, everybody watching it in the chat. Sorry, we have ads. I'm exclusive with Twitch now, man. Ads have to play. I love you guys. Let me explain.
It's okay. You can watch it on. You can listen to it on Apple Music and Spotify.
Let me explain what I believe is in this game. I believe that if I'm up 3-1. It's just what I feel. And when my opponent scores on me, I believe, let's say my team is, so when you go into a game of Madden against your opponents, this is another EA game against one of your friends, you get to put your difficulty of your AI, what it's on. So we usually play on all Madden, right? Because it makes your AI players play better. So let's say I'm on world class and he's on world class, but then when he scores, his shit switches to ultimate.
Yeah.
That's what I think is in the game. That's what I mean by sliders. I think that not him, he doesn't start playing better. I believe that his AI players become a higher difficulty. And the reason I say that is because, bro, I'm somebody who fucking plays career mode consistently. I'm someone who plays that shit all the time. And I can tell the difference in not the player I'm playing against, AI players.
Yeah. You could tell on squad battles as well. And that AI just decides that they're going to start tiki-tackering their dick off and you can't touch the ball.
How many times are we sitting? Hey, we're sitting in Discord. All three of us are sitting in Discord. What does Nep say? Oh man, the way they're passing the ball right now, they're going to score. You know before it happens.
Yeah. That's absolutely right. And that's why I say I think online and offline are different. Like, but that's not to say that I think necessarily that the game is perfect or anything. And this is what like gets frustrating, and you know, seeing the same thing in your chat as well. And I get the same thing on Twitter all the time, where people are like, oh, you're dumb if you don't think there's something in the game. I think there is something in the game. I just don't think it's there on purpose. I don't think they're doing it to spite one person or another.
No.